Welcome back to EDH on a Budget. Today we're going to be going over part 4 of our series, Budget Reserved List Cards. By budget, I mean $2 or less on TCG Player, and Reserved List are the cards that can never be reprinted according to Wizards, so they are quite one of a kind in that aspect. Next up, we have a odd Reserved List card, Veteran Bodyguard. This effect has been seen on some creatures before, so I wouldn't say it's impossible to find a card that does this. The art is just really unique, I feel, kind of to the older cards. Veteran Bodyguard costs about 80 cents, and it is 3 white for the mana cost. It is I believe it's a human. It says, unless Bodyguard is tapped, any damage done to you by an unblocked creature is done to Bodyguard. You may not take this damage yourself, though you can prevent it if possible. No more than one Bodyguard of your choice can take damage for you in this manner each turn. So it's interesting because in a way it's a fog effect. Any unblocked creature, well, you just don't block the creatures then, and as long as they don't kill it in like a first strike or double strike kind of creature, then it's going to be able to take pretty much all that damage, and yeah, it'll die unless you have a way to give it indestructible, which would be that'd be like a constant fog type of effect. Like they would definitely have to invest some sort of removal in this card then to have a chance at taking you out of the game. Its stats are 2/5, so 5 toughness isn't bad. Basically, anybody attacking with a creature power 4 or less just won't even bother attacking you because it won't get through if that's the only attacker, and if they have toughness at 2 or less, then again, they might not want that creature to die. Next up, we have an aura enchantment. For $1.38 is Wellspring. For 1 green and a white, it says enchant land. When Wellspring comes into play, gain control of enchanted land. At the end of each of your turns, lose control of enchanted land. At the beginning of each of your turns, gain control of enchanted land. So more than likely, the turn you play this card to enchant the land, they're just going to tap that land, so you're going to get a tap land. But every turn after that, it'll go back to them, and then on your turns it comes back to you, and what it's going to do is it's going to, even if it's tapped, when it comes back to you, it will untap during your untap step, so you'll still get to use it, and that's assuming you're not even stealing a card that has a static ability like Glacial Chasm or something like that. Not all lands have tap abilities, and even so, this is an interesting card because yeah, it costs 3 mana, and in a way it does sort of ramp you in terms of you're taking their land. And if they're like a blue deck and they only have 1 blue land for some reason, like if they have more than 1 color, you could just put this on that blue land, and they will never have that blue mana on your turn. So that will make it a little bit harder to counter in that aspect. If they're mono blue, they're certainly going to have more than 1 blue card. The funny part is, if you were to take a card like Ghost Quarter, you could force them to sacrifice Ghost Quarter by you sacrificing it against one of their own lands. So what would happen would be they would go down a card, so this would be a really weird 3 mana destroy a land in that aspect. Certainly can create some odd and interesting gameplay experiences. And if you like what you're seeing and reading, please like, share, and subscribe to help this channel grow and let other people see this, and your feedback is always much appreciated. Last up, we have a card called Yare. I've never heard of this card or seen it before. Its art is pretty darn sweet. It is an instant for 2 and a white, and it costs about 76 cents. It says target creature defending player controls gets +3/+0 until end of turn. That creature may be assigned to block up to 3 creatures this turn. All blocks must be legal. So +3/+0, that's a good bump in power. It's not necessarily why you would play it. I'd say you play it more for that creature may be assigned to block up to 3 target creatures, not even target, up to 3 creatures this turn. Most of the time you can only block 1 creature with 1 creature, so being able to block 3 of them with 1 creature kind of tips the scales of how much damage you're going to take, unless they have a trampler. And this doesn't even have to be on you. This could be on your opponent if they're being attacked. That's really the only stipulation, that it's the defending player. So this would be an interesting card. And thanks for watching.